welcome to the Air Motor Center, where we are set for Game 1 of the 2023 playoffs. Team number 2 in the state is Western Valley Panthers. Third in the standings, Southern Sting. Both teams set for action after about a week of rest and relaxation in the chilly February weather in New Brunswick. Western Valley tonight without Xander Lonnie at forward. He is away this weekend. In net 4, the Panthers is Nathan Arsenault. On the other side, Anderson Casey is serving the second game of a 2-game suspension for the Sting. In net 4, Southern is Joey McPhail. Good on, takes the pass. He's got a chance here to just get a shot on. And McPhail is the first save of the game. Goodeye coming into tonight's game. 14 goals in the regular season. These two teams facing off 5 times throughout the season. The first of the 3 going to the Panthers. The second 2 going to the Sting. Just flipping the puck back in deep into Sting zone. And in the corner was Eli Reed. Puck up around the corner to Pat. Pat gets pinned along the board. Puck held in. Pat moves it up to the blue line and it's shot back in off the board. Moves around. Cahill takes the shot off the stick and straight out of play. puck down just enough to keep it in. This time he flips it off the boards and it's just out of the reach of Goodine. Shaw. Cahill. Up to Liam Crawford. East of deep. Heads along the end boards. Up the boards. It's held in. Shot on by Gallagher. That was a bouncing puck and failed. Had to corral and he frees set for a face-off in the Sting zone. Peters to the draw. Cross from Dixon. Dixon takes it back and a shot is out of play on the stick penalty shot. 3:31 gone here in the first period. Straight out off Shaw's stick. Face-off comes out of the zone. Shaw wins the face-off. A great job by Trey Hatch to come up, force the puck deep into the Panthers' net. Plays it around the boards. Dixon couldn't handle the puck. And with the Sting, a couple of chances on net. Arsenal making the saves. Edwards shot blocked. Jordan Clears slowed down behind the net. Through the land. Clears tries to get away from Cahill. Cahill knocks him down. Then the shot finds Dixon with a pass. Dixon up the right side. Dumps it in. He races for it. Finds behind the net. Trying to put it in front. Hit the side of the net. Pucking right back to him. Still get it up to the line, but not out this time. Out to the center. Right now picks it up. Into the corner, but the puck rolls on him. Cahill gets to it. And he's able to get it up to the blue line. Bentley Shaw carries it further. Had Potter with him. It's poked off by Reedy. Reedy fires a shot, misses the net, takes a hard crack at the top of the box. And we're starting to see some bodies fly here in Woodstock. Jaden Blair with the kick on the far side. Maybe. Can't make some moves in that. With the puck. Patton puts it back out to center. Gregory bounces it past the land into the Panthers' end. Cross to the Patton. Patton through some legs. Finding his captain, and Morris dumps the puck in and around the stick zone. Puck up top to Cartman. Patton centers. Comes all the way across, and Lance going to have time to get it done over the line. Taking it past Geary, fires it back in. Both teams completely changed. Pass out to Glenn. Away from him, and it's fired back to the way. Thompson plays back to his defense. Gregory looking through the middle. Rooney couldn't corral the puck, and Isaac Shaw is going to play across the Morehouse. Austin Morehouse up to Graham. There's a first turnover. Finds one. And Crawford is hit just as he fires the puck, and it goes wide of the Sting net. Morehouse causes a turnover at center, flips one right in on, and it fails to save. And freezes the puck. 13:51 to go. And period number one here in Woodstock. Goodine wins the draw. Isaac Shaw has his shot blocked. Yeomans. Yeomans looking for a shot knocked off the district by McCadden. Wall and is able to get it out. Edward. Renee checks in the corner. Lawrence protecting the puck from Yeomans. The two go into the corner. Yeomans digs it free. Wraparound check for Kelvin. And another big Lindo gets it back out over the line. Jogger drops the puck forward. And Shaw is called offside. He's going to argue that one. He's never going to win that argument. Haven't seen a linesman reverse his penalty yet. Lawrence and Herb to the dot. Brings up to the pad and Lawrence swings the puck in deep. Carey now spotting his stick. He still gets a chance, and his shot was blocked. Keeps it in the zone momentarily. Sting sent it back in, but O'Neal reaches for it offside. 5:11 to go in this scoreless game. Face-off coming just outside the Sting zone. Thompson moves the draw to the boards. Rooney plays it back to his defense. Alderman fires it back into the center. Gallagher takes control for the Panthers. He sends it back to Alderman. Alderman fails to get around Micho. Puck comes back to him. He plays it across for Pitt. Pitt to O'Neal. O'Neal looking for offside. Micho knocks the puck away. Then he knocks Thompson down as the two go towards the boards for the disc. Micho again, good stick on the far side. Blocks the third attempt by Alderman. O'Neal now on the near side. Fires the puck in and around the Panthers zone wing on the far side. It was Gallagher, but the Stinger able to send it out to Pitt. Pitt shot deflected behind the net by Cahill. There coming up the right side. He shifts across. Watson says that he is offside with McCann. Faceoff's going to come back inside the Sting zone. Resetting with 4:14 to go in period number one. Western Valley finishing off the regular season with a 9-7-1 record, 19 points on the board. And the Southern Sting with a 8-9 record, 16 points. Quick loss with 18 points. The last game isn't showing in the standings. It was a forfeit by the Panthers. These two teams were supposed to meet last weekend in a week-making game, and that game was canceled due to a lack of available bodies, but the extra 2 points still leave the Southern Sting in third place in the division. 1.9. The Panthers, good eye, brings one off the games. He gets the first of the playoffs. And stayed with him. And he's been along the boards by Micho. And that one's finally blown down with 2.5 seconds left on the first period clock as it's frozen along the boards. Win the draw. Last shot misses the net, and the Panthers take control off of the opening face-off in period number 2. Down 1, looking for their first of this game as Hat floats the puck in the far corner. Putting up the boards, Henwood keeps the puck inside the Panthers' end. Pierce sends a shot off the end boards right around at Renee and fires it back down low. Pierce, centering attempt, goes through the blue paint all the way back up to the point. Renee's shot knocked down, and the Panthers are able to clear, but send the puck down the ice for an icing against Western Valley. Face-off win for the Sting. They send the puck around the boards. Graham on the near side finds Goodine. Goodine sends a shot on net. McPhail makes the save. Goodine kicks it back out of the corner, looking for Graham. It's knocked away from him. He finds it along the boards. Back into Goodine's skates, but it deflects out of the zone. Calgary ahead, gets the tip from Graham into the Sting end. Suddenly shot along the boards. He throws his man down. Puck comes up top. And the top corner is Jackson. Sorry about that. That is Scott Dawson Berkeley. Making it 2-0 Panthers. 1:15 into the second frame. Berkeley tucking it in under the post, under the crossbar, sorry. Shaw, 16 on the Berkeley tally. Sting gets the puck out there. The Panthers get the puck deep as centering attempt cleared out by Cruz. Another turnover at the line. Dixon bringing it in, and he's called offside. Panthers cleared all the way down. McPhail making the save. Panthers trying to hold that puck in deep and get it to the corner. Back up to Morehouse. Morehouse fires it towards the net. That's knocked down. Deflected behind the net. Moritz gives Graham time to dig that puck out. He sends it towards the net. Saved by McPhail and a pass back across to Graham. He kicked that on net. Couldn't get it to his stick. Puck back around to the corner. Pitt trying to corral it. Crawford to Goodine. Goodine gets a shot off. McPhail makes the save. Graham throws it through the slot, and that goes all the way out to center. Crawford dumps the puck back in. Pitt can't clear past Crawford. Crawford sending it in down low. It's knocked away as the Panthers had two men sitting on the doorstep. Puck behind the net comes all the way around to Graham. Graham plays it back to the far side. It's moved up to the point and swept out to center. Graham's able to knock the puck in to the Sting zone. Puck back out, stretch across to Rooney. Rooney sends it into the corner. Thompson chasing. And Gallagher against the boards, and the puck goes around to the far side. Dixon to Crawford. Graham looking for Bentley Shaw. Shaw gets it behind the net. Tries to send it out in front, deflects off the net, and is cleared out by Rooney. Puck to the far side, icing waved off. Cahill, cross for Dixon. Dixon into the zone. His shot blocked. He goes back to the puck, sends it around the zone to the near side. Rooney's waiting. Riley Henwood, the defenseman, skates it up. Blue line to blue line, fires a shot that misses the Panthers net altogether. The puck comes out of the zone. Sting offside. Shoot in, went right in on net. Arsenault made the save, and the Panthers were able to clear. Bentley Shaw tied up as he crosses the blue line. Yeoman's hit off the puck. Dixon comes in, fires it into the near corner. Rene around the boards. Lawrence waiting for it. Plays it back to Barkley. Barkley's shot misses. Puck comes to the near side. Picked up by Eli Rene. He's able to clear it out. Peary across to Barkley. Barkley moves the puck to center. Can't get the puck in deep, but Lawrence swings it on net. McPhail makes the save and decides to grab that puck out of the air. 14:08 to go here in period number 2. The Panthers leading 2-0 on a first period tally by Zach Graham and a second period tally by Dawson Barkley. Matthew McCadden battling for the puck out of the corner. Wraparound attempt, and he sneaks one past McPhail. Matthew McCadden with his first of the playoffs makes it 3-0 Panthers exactly 6 minutes into the second frame. Cole Lawrence going to get the assist on that one. Won the face-off draw. McCadden took the puck into the corner, won the battle there. Swings behind the net, and the wraparound beats the McPhail to the post. So the Sting on the road down 3 in the early half of this hockey game. Beers coming back the other way, snaps a shot looking for the far side. And Arsenault flashes the leather for the Panthers. Face-off will be to the right of Nathan Arsenault. Beers wins the draw back to Trott. Trott's shot gets through, but Beers tips it wide of the net. Graham across the line. Puck comes back to him at the blue line. He holds it in. Gallant trying to move it out. Right through the slot and to the far side where Beers picks up the puck. Sends it ahead. Mitch Gallant tips it towards the net. And Arsenault plays it right back out of the zone. Finds Goodine in the neutral zone. He spins away from Trott. Centering attempt is cleared out by Maybe. Morehouse fires it back in, hits the end boards, and the puck stays behind the Sting net. Chris Gregory stretch pass for Hatt, knocked off of his stick, and the Panthers able to hold it in the neutral zone momentarily. In comes Brad Gallant to the corner around Morehouse. Centering attempt, and that comes away on the stick of Zach Graham. Graham hits the blue line, and he's checked off the puck. That's going to put the Panthers offside. Now Graham and Gregory going at each other at the Sting net. And Graham's going to go off for the Panthers, as is Gregory. Looks like Gregory's going as well. Graham for the cross-check, Gregory for roughing. So we will remain 5-on-5 here in Woodstock. 12:32 to go in the second. Shaw tied up at the circle. Cruz comes ahead with the puck for the Southern Sting. His backhand just misses the net, goes off the end boards and up to the point. Emily Shaw gets it to center, and Gallant turning it back for the Sting. Morehouse around the boards. That gets back to the Sting, centering attempt. Brad Gallant from the dot fires it on. Arsenault making the save. The second shot missed the net altogether. Cahill to the far side for Gallagher. Gallagher clears it out. Bentley Shaw fights his way back to the puck, finds some room at the dot. Gets around the block and gets a shot away. McPhail makes the save. Scrambling, and the Sting are able to clear it out to center. Gallagher fires it back into the corner. Panthers checking onside. Time for Alderman to play it across. Pitt can't clear. Michaud with another shot, and McPhail with a save for the Sting. Lawrence and Thompson head to the face-off. Lawrence wins it to the boards. Michaud trying to move it down the boards. Rene cuts off that puck and sends it the length of the ice. Icing against the Southern Sting. So the face-off come right back to the same dot. Lawrence and Thompson head back there as well. Thompson wins this one. Rene finding O'Neill. O'Neill couldn't get it out of the zone. Henwood back to O'Neill. O'Neill hard off the boards. Puck knocked down by Barkley. Feeds it to McCatton. He was looking for his second of the night. Couldn't get it past McPhail. Rooney to the corner. Rene sends it out to center. Barkley knocks it down. Barkley through the middle for Michaud. Henry Michaud. In on the left side, backhand saved by McPhail, and he jumps on the rebound before Michaud can get back to the loose puck. 10:39 to go in the middle frame here at the Air Motor Center in Woodstock. Goodine and Herb cross the dots from each other. Puck comes to Blair. Blair's shot blocked by Herb. Goodine corrals the puck behind the net. It's up to Isaac Shaw. Back to Goodine. Goodine's got Crawford out front. Couldn't get it in front, and Henwood takes off with it from his own end, looking to go end to end, and we've got our first penalty, which will lead to a power play. Hooking call against Liam Crawford. So the Southern Sting down 3-0 will head to the power play. On the season, their power play came in 9th in the entire league, 15.7%. Penalty kill for the Western Valley Panthers in the regular season was at 77.3% efficiency. Centering pass Mears could not connect cleanly for the one-timer, and the Panthers are able to clear. Cogger doing some excellent penalty killing, winning that puck deep in the Sting zone and sends it back to his own end. And it's cleared all the way back down the ice by Gallagher. Dixon waits for it. He's checked off the puck, but the puck in deep in the Sting's zone. 35 seconds gone in the penalty as Henwood brings the puck back up. To Rene. Rene kept the puck inside the zone. Mears fires it into the far corner. And Rene keeps it inside again, scrambling across the blue line. Comes all the way around the boards, and the Panthers have killed the first minute of this penalty to Liam Crawford. Henwood now slow out of his own end. 45 seconds as the Sting hit the blue line. Henwood gets the shot off. Arsenault makes the save for the Panthers, and 42 seconds remain in the Sting power play. 8:59 left on the second period clock. Lawrence and Michaud on the penalty kill now for the Panthers with Barkley and Pirate. Brad Gallant pushed off the puck, and Cole Lawrence is able to sweep it down the ice. Sting just not able to set up in the Panthers zone. Panthers all over this puck on the penalty kill. Chance here, then maybe brings it in, gets a long shot off, and Arsenault doesn't allow a rebound. 16 seconds remain in the Liam Crawford penalty. Panthers continue to build. They're up to a 3-0 lead as they look to kill off this penalty and keep the Sting off the board. Gallant was looking to come back to trot. The puck deflected out of the zone by Western Valley. Cruz now rushing the puck back up ice. Crawford's coming out of the box as Cruz tries to cut to the net, knocked off of his stick. Rolling puck through the blue paint. Maybe. Up the boards to Pitt, and we've got an injured Southern Sting player behind the Panthers net that draws a whistle from the referees. Southern wins the face-off draw. Alderman couldn't get it in. Panthers defense takes control. Morehouse clearing it down, knocked down by Thompson, kept it alive. Isaac Shaw back to Morehouse. Morehouse tried to play it around. Sting come out front. O'Neill with the shot off. Arsenault makes a couple of saves around the back of the net. Rooney couldn't get center in. Puck comes all the way out to the neutral zone. Alderman trying to get away from Goodine. Off the boards, out to center. Isaac Shaw fires it back in for Western Valley. Hit up the boards. O'Neill fails to clear. Has a Graham pin. Graham centers it, and Alderman clears it away for the Sting, but he can't get it out past Graham, who fires a shot towards the net. Missed. Lawrence keeps the puck in. Momentarily, Rooney knocks it off of his stick. Finds O'Neill on the far side. Devin O'Neill back to Thompson. Thompson circles, sends it into the crowd. That's off a skate back to Alderman. Alderman shot blocked by McCatton, who sends the puck around the boards. Thompson cuts off the puck and his shot off the stick and out of play. 6:44 to go here in period number 2. game one of this best of 7 game series between the Panthers and the Sting. Game 2 goes tomorrow night in St. John. Panthers able to move the puck all the way down the ice. McCatton fails to clear. Puck knocked to the corner, frozen. Play stays alive, and the puck, as it came around the boards, caught a piece of the netting, and the play is blown dead. So game 2 going tomorrow night at the Stuart Hurley Arena in St. John. That has a 7:45 p.m. start time. Games 3 and 4 will be played next weekend, Saturday night here, Sunday in St. John. Sting come in, get a long shot off from the boards. Arsenault makes another save for the Panthers. And Mitch Galland standing on the doorstep. Panthers don't like that. Reset to the left of Arsenault. Bentley Shaw and Mears to the dot. Sting win the draw. Trot fires it into the crowd. Mears can't jump out of the way of that. Knocked it down. Bouncing puck is covered up by Arsenault. .606 remains in the middle frame. Mears wins the draw again away from Bentley Shaw. From the boards. Gets it to Hat. Sends it off the stanchion in behind Arsenault. Mears misses the net with another chance for the Sting. Cahill carries it up to the blue line. Long shot. McPhail covers up, and Cahill gives him a little snow shower. Draws a crowd. McPhail's going to take some time to clear that out of his face. That's not going to draw any niceties from the Southern Sting. Both teams going to make some changes here to their lines. 5:46 to go as we reset in the Sting zone. Five games that doesn't ratchet up the tension between two teams in the regular season, and nothing like a good playoff game to get things heated quickly. Face-off win by the Panthers leads to Graham sending a shot towards the net. Went all the way around the boards up to the far point. Barkley plays it down low. Centering attempt by Crawford, and Goodine just had that roll off his stick. Sting come back the other way. Brad Galland with maybe going to the net, looking far side for Yeomans. Yeomans couldn't connect, and the Panthers come back the other way. Goodine drop pass for Graham. Graham couldn't get enough on it, and Rene finds the puck in the corner. His stretch pass deflected by Goodine back into the Sting zone. Henwood sends the puck up. Gallant couldn't corral it at the blue line, and the Panthers defense take control. Pass out to center, picked off by Rene. Rene cuts straight to the net, then he can't reach back for it, but he centers it, and that gets the Sting on the board. Devin O'Neill from Rene in the corner. And it makes it a 3-1 hockey game for Western Valley, 15-13 into the second period. O'Neill had 3 goals in the regular season. He gets his first of the playoffs the Sting start to claw back. They finally get one past Nathan Arsenault. And the Panthers look to answer back and to return a 3-goal lead their way. Lawrence kicks the puck free to Morehouse. Catton fires over the net. Alderman plays the puck around the boards to O'Neill. Goal scorer trying to get away from Lawrence. Lawrence goes down to the ice. Rooney pokes the puck behind him, gathers it, can't get around Morehouse at the other end. Michaud checked along the boards by Thompson. Lawrence carries the puck out to the blue line and out. Alderman fires it back in. Isaac Shaw on the far side for the Panthers to Morehouse on the near side. Trying to chip it up to Michaud. Thompson finds it along the boards and sends the puck towards the net. Arsenault with another glove save for Western Valley. 3:36 to go here in the second. Shaw wins the draw from Beers. Sends it around to Dixon. Dixon gets it out of the zone, but Mitch Gallant takes control. Gallagher is able to knock the puck forward, and it's tipped into the Sting zone. They play it around the boards. Mitch Gallant on the far side. Comes back across to Alderman, up for Beers. Beers looking for Hack going towards the net. He's bumped by Bentley Shaw. Still has the puck on his stick. Tried to swing it down the boards. Bentley Shaw cut it off, but he can't get it out past Alderman. He throws a shot wide of the Panthers' net. Cahill sets the puck down the ice right on net. McPhail's going to cover up with Dixon coming in looking for his first of the postseason. 2:49 to go here in the second. Brad Goodine waiting at the dot. He's met by Ben Mabey. Mabey wins the draw to the corner. Crawford out positioning Yeomans. Finds Graham. Graham gets a shot. That's tipped a couple of times just wide. Goodine pinned along the end boards by Trott. Trott goes down to the ice. Puck comes free. Up to the far side. Maybe trying to send it out. That's sent back to Trott. Trott gets it up to center. Brad Gallant swings it into the Panthers' end. Maybe up the boards for Trott. Back down low for Yeomans. Maybe chips it over the glass and out of play. On the second period clock. Now 3-1 is the score for the Panthers. Face off to the right of Arsenault. Lawrence wins the draw to the boards, and then he chips it the length of the ice for an icing against his Western Valley Panthers. Lawrence and Erb back to the draw. Lawrence wins it, and the puck is deflected towards the net. Arsenault takes no chances, freezes it, and another face-off in the same dot. Lawrence wins another one to the corner. Gets back to it, sends it around the boards, held in by Gregory. Centering attempt, cleared away by the Panthers, not out though. A shot by Jerry Orr, and that's deflected all the way back down the ice. Trott to Gregory, Gregory back to Trott. Up the boards. And that will be another icing against the Southern Sting. Still looking for the return of Erwin Cruz. Can't see him on the bench yet. Sting able to clear it out to a center, but it's sent back in. Dixon finds it for the Panthers, off a stick over the net to the far side. Sting take control. Comes around for Carey. Carey backhands it out of the zone. Gallagher back for the Panthers. Back up, tipped ahead by Cogger. Gregory out to Carey. Just out of his reach, rolled out of his reach, and the Panthers were able to take back control with 30 seconds left in the second period. Bentley Shaw gets the tip into the Sting zone. Held in by Dixon. Dixon carries it deep into the corner. Cogger gets back up. Couldn't corral the puck, and looks like we've got both Rene and Cogger going. They're having words, and both being directed to the penalty box area, and I believe the Sting are getting an extra one here, a late hit by Owen Thompson on Cogger. Cogger in for the Panthers, Rene and Thompson for the Sting. And we'll wait to see what the penalties called here are. 16.4 seconds remains in the second, and there's a 4-minute penalty up on the board to Eli Rene. So it looks like it's going to be a 4-minute power play for the Panthers. Under 40, but the Western Valley Panthers holding go and figure out what the penalties were called there in best of 7. Henwood gets an assist on the Rooney shorthanded tally. Regular season, 2 on the power play, but none shorthanded. The Sting have a number of shorthanded goals in the regular season, 5 to be precise, coming from 4 different players. Brad Gallant has had two shorthanded tallies in the regular season. Panthers now giving up a shorty, looking now to even it up. Crawford's shot deflects to the corner. Brad Gallant clears it down the ice. Arsenault plays it up the boards. Goodine kicks it back. And the Sting have killed 2 minutes off of the 4-minute penalty. Graham stops just over the line, fires it through the crowd. That goes off the skate to the corner. Dixon protects the puck from Trott. Gets it back. Up top, shot into the crowd, blocked. And the puck comes out to center. Gallagher gathers it for the Panthers. Finds Graham on the near side. Next whistle, Cogger and Thompson will come out of the box. Dixon takes the stretch pass into the Sting zone, centering attempt, and it slides off of Lawrence's stick, and Sting clear down the ice. Panthers coming back up ice once more, down to a minute remaining in the power play. Cross ice pass, bounces off the boards and out. Maybe sweeps it deep. Played around the boards by Arsenault. Mitch Gallant hits it along the near boards. Lawrence comes in to battle. Gallagher draws it back for McCatton to find some room to skate. Emily Shaw, long pass, makes it its way to Lawrence. Lawrence feeds it to Dixon. Looking across ice, finds McCatton off the boards. McCatton turns in the corner. Panthers set up. Down to 25 seconds on the power play. McCatton behind the net for Dixon. Back up top for Barkley. Barkley takes a shot. That deflected wide. And the Panthers send the puck back down the length of the ice, and that will kill the penalty to Rene. Rene with 4 minutes. He's going to make it on the ice before Thompson and Cogger, who each got two-minute liners. Play has been constant since the shorthanded tally by the Sting. Herb now with some speed. Works his way through a stick jack. Pass up to Henwood. Henwood flips it over the net. Off the end glass. Barkley trying to corral. Challenged by 2 Sting. They get a pass out to Herb. Coming out front was Kerry Kelty, and he sent a shot wide of the net. Where Kelty carried. Puck comes into the net. Arsenault covers up, and Kerry challenges. Barkley holds him off, and Cogger and Thompson are finally released from the box on that whistle. So the Panthers unable to capitalize on a 4-minute power play, and the Sting actually able to cut the lead to the Panthers' lead to only 1 with a shorthanded tally from Riley Rooney. 15:25 to go here in the third. Sting win the face-off, but the puck comes around the boards and is chipped out by McCatton. Icing waved off. Michaud battling with Alderman. Alderman got the puck up to the point, and Sting get it out to center. Back to Morehouse. Morehouse clears the zone. Lawrence Knocked off the puck, and the Panthers able to send it back to the Sting zone. Henwood off the boards, back to neutral. Michaud doesn't get it past the linesman. And Isaac Shaw sends it over the short glass of the box and out of play. .43 left in the third. Panthers trying to protect a 3-2 lead now. Thompson wins the neutral zone draw away from Shaw. Hit to O'Neill. Cahill speeds in, finds the puck along the end boards. His pass tipped by Thompson. Thompson gets it back to Rooney. Rooney fails to take the puck to the net. Dixon can't clear. Second attempt, clearing attempt. Thompson holds it in, fires the puck wide of the net, puck to the far side. Back to Rooney. Rooney sends it over. Puck stays in play off the end glass. Panthers can't clear the zone now. Sting holding them in. Building momentum off of the huge penalty kill. Now Dixon out of the zone, finds Bentley Shaw. These guys are at the end of their shift, but Shaw hits the top of the slot, fires, and McPhail deflects the puck out of play. Face-off will stay inside the Sting zone. Goodine wins the draw, gets the puck back to Graham. Graham sends it around the boards. Crawford racing over, leaves it for Barkley. Barkley up to Crawford. Crawford sends it down into the corner. Beers gets to the puck first, cross to Yeomans. Yeomans, drop pass for Beers. He's into the zone. His shot goes off the stick of Peary. Peary does a good job of deflecting the puck away from Yeomans. And Barkley's able to get the puck back to center. He gets it across the blue line, going for a shot off of a Sting stick. And the puck sails over the glass. With 13:02 remaining in game number 1 of this best of 7 series. These two teams go again tomorrow night in St. John at the Stuart Hurley Arena. 7:45 a game start. And then game 3 will be back here next Saturday night in Woodstock. Game 4 Sunday in St. John. Long shot deflects. It's the crossbar and goes out of play. Looks like the face-off's going to come outside the Sting zone. Hat wins the draw back. Michaud keeps it inside the line. Lawrence takes control, swings the puck on net. Ends up being a shot to McPhail, deflects to the corner. Sting can't clear now. Morehouse has his first shot knocked down. Second shot misses the net. Isaac Shaw gets to the near point to keep the puck in. Down low for Michaud. Michaud finds Lawrence. Lawrence can't tuck it away past McPhail. Pitt looking for some room. He gets it out to center. Isaac Shaw has his stick lifted, but that's going to be icing waved off here. Morehouse plays the puck to the boards. No one there for the Panthers. Go in. Centering attempt cleared away by Morehouse, but it's kept in by Pitt. Dixon trying to get the puck out of his skates. Can't do so cleanly, and Hat finds Brad Gallant. Drop pass for Hat was behind him. Panthers come back. Bentley Shaw swings it around the Sting zone. Alderman on the far side, checked by Shaw. Gallant gets it to the point, but not out. Shaw deflects towards the net, and McPhail's able to find it and freeze it. 8:39 gone here in the third period. Southern Sting have pulled to within 1 goal of the Panthers. After being down at 3-0, the Sting have answered back with 2. The second one shorthanded. Panthers hold the zone. Goodine from the corner looking for Graham, and that's deflected away from him by Thompson. Pass to Rooney, deflects. Turnover to the Panthers. Goodine loses an edge. Graham finds the puck in the slot and sends it wide of the net. O'Neill dodges the check from Goodine. Lost the puck. Henwood brings it in. Backhand saved by Arsenault. That's deflected back on net. Arsenault makes another save for the Panthers. Keeps this a 1-goal. Keeps the 1-goal lead. Cahill knocked down at the Sting blue line. Stretch pass, looking for Rooney, and icing waved off. Rooney and Arsenault racing to the puck. Arsenault out of his crease is able to get the puck into his pads. Whistle goes, and everybody's scrambling. Faceoff will stay in the Panthers zone. Bringing the faceoff out of the Panthers zone. Lawrence and Mears to the dot. Mears draws it back. Gregory fires a shot in off the end glass. Mears protects the puck. Can't center. Barkley has some time for the Panthers. Chips it off the glass and out. Rolling puck. Going to slow down just enough. Here's Gregory. Sends it off the near glass and back out. Peary to Barkley, back to Peary. Peary looking ahead. Gregory cuts off the pass, sends it back in. Floating puck, glove down by Barkley. He finds Michaud at the line. Cross ice for McCadden. McCadden's got one tonight. Matthew McCadden hits the side of the net. Kept in by Peary. He gets a shot away from the point. And McPhail's forced to make another save, holds on to the rebound. Under 10 to go in regulation. .38 left in regulation here at the Air Motor Center. Pat wins the draw to the corner. Gregory sends it around the boards. Trot. Out positions. Cogger. Panthers get onside. Gregory cross ice. Finds Trot. Trot ahead for Brad Gallant, and he floats the puck towards the Panthers net, and it's a pop fly catch for Nathan Arsenault. Face off to the right of Arsenault. Panthers up 3-2 at home. Game number 1. Quick shot off the face-off win. Arsenault makes another save. Everyone will reset at the dot. Hat and Bentley Shaw. Hat wins the draw again. This time Gallant goes back to the point. Long shot. Something was taken off of that. It still made it on net, but an easy save for Arsenault. Gallant up to Gregory. Gregory has his shot knocked down by Jackson Cogger. He hits center, Flips it in, hits the end boards. McPhail plays the puck to the corner. Dixon swings out for Panthers. His backhand goes wide from the corner. Puck swept through the slot. Cahill keeps it in. Shaw to Dixon. Dixon turns, fires, misses the net. Cahill at the near point. Sends a bouncing puck into the crowd. Cleared out by Trey Hatt. He finds Brad Glenn. Glenn up the right side. Glenn tries to turn back. Centering pass. Cleared away by Isaac Shaw. Not out. Alderman's shot hits the body. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Pitt flips it back in. Cahill with some time in the corner. Gallant challenges, tips the puck enough to slow it down. Pitt steps in, sends it to the end boards. Gallant had it in his skate, sent around the boards to Alderman. Sends a shot wide near side, and that puck's going to come back out. Pitt from the neutral zone, throwing it towards the net, glove down by Arsenault. Isaac Shaw up to Graham. Graham kicks it to center. O'Neill fires it back in. Cahill chasing on the far side. Rooney tries to get it towards the net. Puck deflected behind. Thompson sends it out front. Couple of chances there by O'Neill, and Arsenault holds the fort. O'Neill and Cahill go at it. Nothing going to come of that minor scrum. And we'll have a face-off staying inside the Panthers zone with 7:28 remaining on the third period clock. Lawrence draws it back to Peary. Peary around the boards looking for Michaud. That puck skips away from him. Long shot saved by Arsenault. Panthers able to clear the zone. Pitt stops the puck at center. Thompson swings it back in on net. Arsenault to the corner. Peary plays it around to Barkley. Barkley ahead for McCatton. Matthew McCatton into the sting zone. Finds the puck along the end boards. Drops it for Michaud. Michaud gets pinned in the corner. Alderman can't clear it out. It's poked past the blue line by Rooney, and Rooney finds O'Neill, who finds the back of the net. And ties this game up at 3 goals apiece. I believe that'll be O'Neill from Rooney and Alderman. O'Neill's second of the night, second of the playoffs. 13-14 into the third. Rooney gets the lone assist, and Bentley Shaw's way to the races. Good stick by Rene. Knocks the puck off of Shaw's twig. And the Panthers come back the other way. Beers is offside. Thought he waited long enough. But the sting called for the offside. Maybe coming in early on the far side of the ice. So the Panthers got out to a 3-0 lead at home. And the Sting have crawled their way back. A goal in the second, a shorthanded tally early in the third, and another goal here in the latter half of the third ties this game up. Sting with the momentum. Beers now moves his way through the neutral zone, gets in deep, shot, deflects off leg to the far side, puck stays in play. Pass down low for Beers. Beers from his knees, back up top. Henwood shot, blocked. Rene shot blocked from the far side. Dixon settles the puck down for the Panthers, flips it out. Henwood bats the puck down. Cogger plays it back to his own blue line. He finds Crawford. Crawford knocked down by Carey. But he was able to get the puck in deep. Auger centering pass. And Galant's back the other way. Good skates there by Cahill. And now he finds the loose puck. Carries it back up the ice. Looking glove side. McPhail makes the save. And we got bodies colliding everywhere. 5:07 to go in regulation. The score all tied up at 3. Pat wins the draw to the corner. Gregory around to Trot. Trot can't get it up the boards. Centering attempt cleared to the near side. Centering attempt again. An excellent chance there. And Liam Crawford couldn't get the puck past McPhail. .451 on the clock. Goodine and Hat to the draw. We get a fresh puck. Goodine wins the draw. Graham looking cross ice. His pass cut off by Brad Gallant. Gallant trying to split the D. His pass goes to the near boards. Gregory can't center. Graham plays the puck behind the net. Barkley for the Panthers. Looking up ice. Finds Graham on the near side. Graham's got Goodine with him. Graham goes shot. McPhail makes the save, sees the puck bounce off the end glass, and scrambles out to freeze the puck in his glove. Bodies are separated. Nobody going to the penalty box. 4:24 on the clock. Both teams going to change here. Face off it deep in the Sting zone. Lawrence sets up in the dot. In comes Owen Thompson for Southern Sting. Thompson wins the draw to the corner. Pitt moves it around to Alderman. McCatton goes down awkwardly in the corner, and that's going to draw a whistle. He is not looking good behind the Sting net. His right arm is underneath him. It doesn't look like he's struggling to get up on his own here. Went down at the same end, at the same boards earlier in this hockey game, and I don't believe we've seen him back in action tonight. He was able to make it to the bench, but he collapsed right behind the bench as soon as he did. Matthew McCatton now back up and skating off on his own, so good to see. And we wish Cruz all the best on the Sting side. Hope to see him back in action soon for Southern. Faceoff's going to come just outside the Panthers zone where play was at when the whistle went. Panthers win the draw back into their own end. Barkley making his way up to center. Weaves his way across the blue line, tipped off of his stick. Lawrence tries to gather it, can't. Blair finds it, sends it back in towards the net, and that's deflected off the stick and over the glass. McCatton still gathering himself on the Panthers bench. Pitt gets the draw draw out of the zone. Cahill fires it back in. Alderman on the far side. Can't clear. Bouncing puck. Michaud tried to glove it down, and it finds its way to O'Neill. He gets the puck to center, and it's shot right back in by Gallagher. Hit around the boards, can't clear. Cahill shot, misses. Rooney on the far side, kicks the puck free for Pitt. Tristan Pitt behind his own net. Up to Rooney along the boards. He's got a goal and an assist on the evening. He can't get the puck up the ice past Lawrence. Comes back into the zone, and Thompson finds O'Neill. O'Neill sends a shot. Gloved out of the air by Arsenault. O'Neill looking for the hat trick. Bentley Shaw and John Beers line up at the dot. 2 19s go head to head. Beers wins it to Henwood. Henwood sends it around the boards. Herb on the far side stops it, sends it back to the corner. Barkley trying to win the battle against Beers in the corner. Bentley Shaw knocks it around, hits the referee, and Beers takes control. He's able to set up Eli Rene, and a point shot saved by McPhail. Beers with another face-off win. Herb along the boards, sends it behind the net for Beers. Beers up to Henwood. Henwood, wrist shot, gets through. Arsenault with another save for the Panthers and is able to find the puck in his pads. 2:26 to go in period number 3. We are tied up at 3 here at the Air Motor Center in Woodstock. Game number 1 of this best of 7 series. Henwood, shot into the crowd, hits a leg, and the Panthers are able to clear. Crawford trying to fight his way through. Centering pass, cleared away by Henwood. Beers comes back, takes control for the Sting. Beers sends across ice for Herb. Puck got tied up in the linesman's skate, and Barkley comes back into the Sting zone. Goodine can't get a shot on. Morehouse flings the puck towards the near side. Graham centering pass, kicked wide by Henwood. Goodine up to Morehouse. His shot blocked by Ben Maybe. Puck comes all the way back into the Panthers' end. Carter Cahill, stretch pass up to the Sting blue line. Graham settles it down, finds Crawford, backhand shot. McPhail makes the save. Crawford now out of the corner, has his stick lifted. Goodine with a chance. And McPhail with another save. Keeps this game all tied. 1:23 to go in the third. Sting win the face-off, can't clear it past Cahill. He knocked it down, but then the second attempt, get it out to center. Michaud sends the puck back into the Sting zone. Mitch Gallant off the boards, out to center. Brad Gallant sends it deep into the Panthers' end. Gallagher up the boards for Michaud. Cross ice for McCatton. McCatton back on the ice after the injury. Long shot, McPhail sees it, makes the save, holds on to the puck, and we're under a minute to go in regulation. Lawrence waiting at the dot. Out comes Owen Thompson. Lawrence wins the draw. McCatton gets it up to Gallagher. He fires it off the end boards. Puck bounces out. McCatton trying to corral it with an open net, and it's knocked away from him by O'Neill. Gallagher down the ice across to Cahill. Catton, tip pass to Lawrence. Lawrence crisscrosses with Michaud. He can't get it in deep. Puck back to Rooney. Rooney with Thompson. Thompson's shot blocked by Barkley. Panthers fail to clear. Gregory takes a shot, misses the net off the end. Lords pops out far side. Riley Rooney gets his second of the night and gives the Sting a 2-1 lead, or a 4-3 lead. Riley Rooney, second of the night, puts the Sting up with 19.9 seconds on the third period clock. Western Valley calling a timeout here. Gregory and O'Neill getting the assists on the go-ahead tally. So Rooney, the shorthanded goal and the go-ahead goal late in the third. O'Neill with 2 goals and an assist on the night. Rooney, that was his second goal, third point of the evening. We've seen the Panthers score just as late in the third recently. As the final buzzer went, they win the face-off at center. Barkley trying to weave his way through. Arsenault out on the bench, open net, and Brad Gallant makes no mistake with the steal in the neutral zone. And he ices this game into the empty net. So the Sting go down 3-0, and they answer back with 5 goals against the Panthers. Here's Crawford at center. Referee having a chat with both of them. Arsenault back between the pipes for the Panthers. 8.9 seconds to go on the clock. Here's wins the draw back of the Sting. They're going to try to kill the time here. They do so. A huge victory, 5-3 for the Sting. On the road, the Southern Sting take game 1, a 1-0 lead in this best of 7 series against the Western Valley Panthers. And the Southern Sting will head back home for game number 2 tomorrow night, 7:45 p.m. at the Stuart Hurley Arena with a 1-0 lead in this first round playoff series. Game 3 comes back here at the Air Motor Center next Saturday night. Game 4 back in St. John next Sunday. So if you are in the St. John region, get out tomorrow night, 7:45 p.m. puck drop at the Stuart Hurley Arena. Game 1 goes to the Southern Sting on the road, a 5-3 victory. O'Neill with 2 goals and an assist. Rooney with the game winner, 2 goals and an assist himself. And the first goal for him was shorthanded. So the Sting fight back in all situations and take the early series lead. We will see you back here at the Air Motor Center in Woodstock and on AOTV next Saturday evening.